Greetings, the Astro 30 here yet again, and welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. Today I want to fully test this transformer, which I kind of blew up in another video. Well, wasn't that spectacular. But here's a piece of footage of me testing a series pass regulator. Back that off till the... Ooh. And what happened was there was smoke coming out of the secondary windings here, and it was on the 12 volt tap, and I did do some preliminary testing in that video and found that these two windings were actually shorted together, so the 12 was shorted to the 0. However, I want to make sure, because when I did actually try to power this transformer into the power supply it was connected to on different windings, I was getting no voltage. So I started to wonder whether or not I destroyed the actual power supply that it was connected to, which I'll link a video up here of testing that. But yeah, so what I want to do is some preliminary testing. There seems to be what looks like a solder ball down in here. I don't know what that is. There's one over this side too. That might be part of the windings, so I might leave that alone. So what I want to first do is I want to grab a multi. Actually, I'll use the one that's already connected up on the back of the desk here, because it already has the leads connected to it. I'll just do a continuity check. Well, yeah, that's not going to really prove much, is it? But because transformer secondary windings are already fairly low resistance. But I will just quickly go across these two connections here. Well, it says it's not shorted, it says it's actually open, which is interesting. But between the 15 volt winding, that is continuous, so this is... Well, now it's working. Just not on the side of it, interesting. Anyway, we're getting like 0 ohms there, so that's definitely shorted. And across 0 and 15, we're getting about 0.7 ohms. So compared to that and nearly 0.0. Oh, that noise was annoying. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to hook this up to the dim bulb, unloaded, like the secondary is not loaded, and just see what it does. When a transformer is connected unloaded to, say, a dim bulb, you may get an initial flash on the bulb and then it should go out to almost nothing, because the transformer unloaded should not be drawing much current, if any. Might be drawing a few microamps between the primary and the secondary, just, you know, because of induction and stuff, because that's what transformers do. But it shouldn't be glowing brightly is what I'm saying. So let me set up the dim bulb and we'll have a look. Okay, I've got the dim bulb hooked up to an AC lead on the transformer, right here like that. Now this is kind of not safe to do like this on the desk, but if you don't know what you're doing and you're following along at home, you do so at your own risk. However, if there is a problem with the transformer, like it's shorted for instance, it's not going to blow any of the fuses in the house. I've turned the desk lamp off so we can see the dim bulb better. So I'll turn the dim bulb on. Yeah, that's kind of definitive. That should not be glowing like that with the transformer unloaded. That's indicating to me that we've got shorter turns. Most likely on the secondary that's blown, not the actual primary itself. So I will try loading the transformer into a power supply module and see if it even powers it. Alright, the two AC windings on the good side, I'm going to call it, of the secondary are connected to the power supply module just sitting there. What I'll do is I'll just turn the dim bulb on. Nothing. That means that this transformer is possibly no longer working properly or unable to deliver any current. So I'll swap over to the opposite side, which is the blown side. Try again. Well, apparently on the blown side it's working, but it's not working on this side either, which is interesting. Unless, of course, I've mixed the two sides up. To prove that, I can change this to the 12 volt winding and 0, respectively, and see if it still powers up. Well, it looks like it. I may have the which secondary is actually blown inversed, but we've definitely got a blown secondary, because I reckon it's this side that doesn't work anymore. It was the one the smoke came out of, because I really need to discharge this circuit. There we go. Oh no, it is powering. Okay. So it's giving power, but let's try the 12 volt winding. Alright, well, help me to understand. It's actually working. That's completely odd. So I'll switch back to the other side that I think is the one that's blown. Nope, I'm getting power. However, do I trust the transformer? No, not really. Considering that it's drawing a bit of current when it's unloaded, which it really should not be, is kind of cause for concern. However, I can now go ahead and measure what voltages we are actually getting across the secondaries here. So across the bad 12 volt winding, 10 volts, but that's only because some of that voltage is being consumed by the dim bulb. I'll now switch to the 15, 13, so that winding seems functional. So I'll now reverse around to the 15 on the opposite side. That's actually producing a little higher voltage than the other side. So I now measure across the 12 volt, and pretty much the same. But as I say, the dim bulb should not be glowing like that all the time. Although I don't really have another transformer like that to compare it to. But I'm not going crazy here. There was smoke coming out of this winding, and then something just stopped working. So I thought I actually blew this transformer. I may not have. Who knows? Well, it still works, but I don't trust it. So yeah, this wasn't really the outcome I was expecting for this video. I was expecting something more destructive, but no. So there's not much more I can do with this. I mean, it powers a power supply fine when it wasn't doing so in the first place, but now all of a sudden things have started working. Hang on one second. I'm going to interrupt here for just a second. Initially, when I was trying to get the transformer to power the power supply in these tests, I was getting no voltage into the power supply on that particular secondary side. Then I moved over to the other secondary, got power, and then the first secondary started to give me power.
It is possible that the reason why everything went dead during the smoke coming out of the transformer when I was performing the tests on the series pass regulator is maybe one of my clip leads lost continuity, which is a possibility, as there may be some issue with the connectivity between the alligator clip and the terminal. It may have just simply lost continuity.
The mysteries of the magic smoke. So I'm going to probably leave this video here and just finalize it by saying, when you're doing experiments with mains transformers, just be careful of what you're doing. Like, you're not shorting things and you're not drawing excessive amounts of current that the transformer cannot handle, or else smoke will come out of them. However, this seems to still function fine. However, I'm not 100% confident in plugging it directly into the wall without at least a 1 amp fast blow fuse in series with it. Just in case it is drawing a little bit too much current that it shouldn't be. Because I was 100% sure that the windings were shorted. But apparently not. So, anyway, I hope you found that video interesting. If you did, please remember to rate, comment and subscribe below. And this is the Astro 30 saying, see ya, short but sweet, but see you in the next one.